I'm very sure you guys must have seen this news. Well, on the 24th of June 2026, on Wednesday, the Senate passed a bill which seeks to establish state police in Nigeria. Before we move into that bill, let's talk about the structure of policing in Nigeria. The current police that we have uh, is a federal has a federal structure. What do I mean by that? That is, the Inspector General of the police force itself is under the executive arm, the federal government, which is the president. So the president appoints IGP, I mean the Inspector General of Police. So this new development is that henceforth states would have their structure, their police structure. That is, the governor would have the right to appoint commissioner of police in each state that would cater for the security of lives and property in each of those states. So now, let's talk a bit about the contents of the bill. The clause 17 of the bill states a lot of things. One of the things is that the commissioner of police shall be appointed by the governor of the state. That is one. Then secondly, the governor has the right to give directive to the commissioner of police on the nature of security, the nature of security policy in that state. And also, the commissioner of police does not have the right to arrest, jail, or detain or investigate someone who criticizes the government, except in accordance of the law. That is, before they must arrest or investigate a critic or a political opponent, it must be in accordance with the law. Let's also talk about the existing, something that looks like the existing state police structure in Nigeria. Because of the insecurity, you guys will remember that we have some states have what we call in the southwest we have Amotekun. In southeast there is Ebube Agu, and then in the north we have Ishbal. Those who serve as a state police in those regions. So the bill also states that no the existing what's it called, the existing structures like Amotekun, Ishbal, and Ebube Agu cannot be metamorphosed into the state police. So they are not to bear firearms, they are not to exercise police power, and they are not to be changed into the new state police, that is about to be established. Now, let me even remind you that this bill has just passed the Senate House, which is the upper chamber of the legislature. It will still have to pass the lower chamber, which is the House of Rep, and then being passed to all the House of Assemblies of the 30 states of the country before it can be implemented into the Constitution. So, there is one thing that I want us to look at in this video. Whenever we talk about issue of insecurity in Nigeria, we always focus our attention to how we would build more police stations, more barracks, how we would provide more ammunition, bullets, armor, and all that for our security operatives. We feel that doing those things will solve the problem of insecurity. Well, to some extent, it might solve some things, but it's high time we look at it holistically. What do I mean by that? It's high time we look at it all rounder. The causes of insecurity is beyond the unavailability of guns or bullets of the security operatives. Yes, we must talk about unemployment. Those are the causes of insecurity. Unemployment, the corrupt justice system or criminal justice system in Nigeria, where citizens do not feel that they could get justice in court because there are powers that be. So we need to talk about all these things before we can really achieve a great success when it comes to in security in this country. We need to talk about the issue of justice system, the injustice, how son of nobody cannot get justice in our court of law, how youths who have spent a lot of years in university, including ASU strike, still come back to the same community jobless and nothing to do. So these people can be easily lured into crime. So we need to talk about those parts, as well as we talk about providing ammunition and bullets for our police and soldiers. So what do you think about this new development, this new bill? Would it improve security in our country? Would it reduce insurgency in our villages? I would like to hear from you in the comment section.